think this music is under the band. I could have gone with right. It feels like a coffee with some fun old time music and yeah, Good morning, everybody. Oh, when I did that this morning. Good morning, everybody. How is everybody this morning? It's so funny. I sat here for a little bit beforehand, calling in energies, going, come closer. And good morning. And it's really interesting individuals come forward. And I'm just not. Good morning, Nancy Billiard. Ken Clover Topaz Kiddo. Good morning. Marie Believe, I'm supposed to tell you to find humor. I'm supposed to make sure that you understand that today is going to be a day of ups, downs, turns arounds, and find some humor in some of the things that happen because it's going to be really easy to fall to the dark side. And we don't want to do that, right? We don't want to be pissed off about stuff. So make sure you find humor to everything that happens in your day. That seems to be important. Good morning, Dennis, Pam, Alice, Katrina, and Coleman. Good morning and welcome. So I know I've mentioned I'm taking this year-long apprenticeship with Tony Stockwell, and you know what? Let me check my, can you guys hear me okay? My audio is tripping because it's the only audio I have today, guys. Only audio I have. All right, it is. Now, it was working great last night. I don't know. But it was just because we were going to be doing so much traveling, I wasn't going to bring my computer. I have my laptop and then I have my desktop. I wasn't going to bring my computer. I was just going to bring my tablet. And I thought, it's coming in better now. Good. Boy, Lisa, here's a couple things I do. Tons of underwear. Anytime we travel, everybody gets tons of underwear. I don't know why. It is a thing. We may be going for 3 days and there's 20 pairs of underwear for each person in the suitcase. My husband looks at me like, what are you doing? I don't know. Underwear. And then the other thing is a mild amount of socks, but an extreme amount of underwear. But I try to make sure I'm ready to go every day. And I take my computer with me when we travel. And I thought this last time, I don't need my computer. We're only going up. We're going to see the kids and I'm not going to be working all that much. And then I didn't make it up to see the kids. Only Sam did. So I'm still sitting here in Oklahoma. So here I am with my computer, totally prepared, right? Totally prepared. And my camera's up here, but my computer's down here. So for me to be able to watch everybody, I need to be able to be looking down. And I am going to share just a hot second. Post Salem link. She's like, would you be prepared already? Please be prepared. Oh, stop. My husband looks at me like, what did you do? Okay. Where am I at? I'm over here. So I'm taking this with Tony Stockwell, and he's been talking about. Come on. He's been talking about this. Where am I? There am I. Okay. There's Jude. Hey, Jude. I bet you get tired of hearing that. There's the link to Salem, you guys. There's the link to Salem. So, yeah. So he had my guides this morning said, you need to go check that class you wanted to take is up. And it was. So I signed up for the psychic detective class. I'm kind of excited about it. If we have missing persons coming across, we might as well be able to make great use of the information and get very detailed information to be able to pass along to people that can get that off to where it needs to be, right? So that's a thing. I'm sharing. Salem, Salem. It said my notifications were in, but I did undo and redo. Salem, I'm right there. Yes, right, Jude? Yes. So just sharing a little bit. Just trying to make sure that I do what I'm supposed to do. Hope everybody had a good evening. I just kind of sat on the couch and watched. What did I watch last night? Star Trek. I watched Star Trek last night. I think I didn't watch the second one. No, I didn't watch the second one because it was going to be the motion picture, Star Trek, the motion picture. And I was like, I don't think I want to. I don't think I want to. I've seen that one. But the one with Chris Pine in it ain't bad, is it? Good morning. You didn't go to bed till almost 4 a.m.? Oh my gosh, Nancy Bolliard, what? Why? That's what I'm doing. Okay, so what do we want? We're going to talk about Akashic past lives today. And you watched the rest of Ninja Warrior. Is that like Beverly Hills Ninja? Jude, you're awesome. Thank you. You guys know who Beverly Hills Ninja is? I'm not even going to litter your brain with that. You got up 4 a.m. to go to work. So let's talk about the Akashic Records. It's a game show. I'm kidding with you, Katrina. It's good. I'm kidding. Why can't I remember his name? And I absolutely love this actor. And he's sitting off over here to the side. Because when I was sitting here this morning going, come closer, I had this energy come in. And now I have to think about his name. And I love him as an actor. All I have to say is always, it's the best line ever in motion. It's like, to me, it's the best line. I get so much emotion across in this one line. Alan Rickman. Absolutely love Alan Rickman. And when I was asking energies to come closer this morning, he is the one that come closer. So I don't know. Maybe we'll talk to him. Maybe we won't. But he's standing over here. Interesting experience last night, having an old classmate come across, and I was able to tag one of his cousins, and she come on and I got to read for her. So to do burpees for a straight minute. I challenge y'all to do burpees for a straight minute. Oh, no. I'm thinking Beverly Hills. I've done burpees. No, thank you. Burpees and then directly into gut busters. Oh my God. Okay. So we're going to talk about past lifetimes and the aspects of them, because let's bring out your questions about the Akasha calls. What do you guys want to know about past lifetimes? I don't want to just do readings this morning. I want to discuss why they're relevant and incarnations. I've actually had a couple people message me recently about incarnations, and I want to discuss them because we come around for different purposes, right? Not everybody's here for the same thing. Hi, Diana. Welcome. Good morning. So let's talk about why we go through some of the things we go through. I lost a shoe. I threw a shoe. Somebody put me down. When we decide, so let me describe a little bit. Good morning, Brenda. Let's talk a little bit about what the other side looks like first. The other side is quite interesting, and I kind of feel like, not to step off into the clair delusional at all. I do something called spirit walking, but also have some earth angel aspects to me. And I think that's part of the joy that comes through. I find a lot of joy in a lot of different things that are so crazy and so stupid, like Beverly Hills Ninja. But it also gives me a different aspect on things, kind of, I believe. And you don't hear me talk about earth angels a lot, just because I don't want to step off into that clair delusional, look what I can do. You know what? It's just not who I want to be on my spiritual journey. I want to be the grounded and down-to-earth person that can say, hey, let's step into this together and see if we can figure it out. You know what? We all have things that we can do that are spectacular. And we all have things that we can say about ourselves that are spectacular. But it's really in our actions and our behavior is what makes our spiritual journey unique and incredible, right? And I have to tell you that I'm channeling because I have no flippant idea what I just said. It just occurred to me that I'm going, what? What did I just say? So you can self-sabotage like no other. So on the other side, we'll talk about that, Kelly. We will. On the other side, we have so many decisions. There's a lot of people, and I love religion, you guys. Don't get me wrong. I do. I think it's so important for humanity to have something to base themselves upon, to target themselves for, to feel like they have to stay in the lines. And you'll hear people, atheists, if you're an atheist, you still believe in something, that you believe that there's nothing, that you have a belief, right? You have a belief. So it's important for humans to have beliefs. And why are we set up like that? We're set up like that on the other side because we need a target. We need a target. So let's use an atheist as an example. All right. I've met many, many atheists, and they either stay into the atheist belief systems or they start to believe a kind of a mutated kind of belief system, right? Mostly people turn to that type of belief system because they have been either jaded by organized religion, right? Who's been jaded by organized religion at least once? Demons coming to drag me away 10 years old from my bed because I was Catholic. That's what my aunt told me. But we all have a story. And usually most of us have a story about religion and the other side of that is the people that are very analytical, right? Those left brainers, those scientific people that says, I can't see, taste, touch, smell, or hear it, then it can't exist. So if everybody could share one time, that'd be great. I hope I'm not boring you this morning. Am I boring everybody? Just let me know, because seriously, I'll move on. But I think it's an important thing to talk about this morning. Linda or Laura, I'm sorry, Laura, I'm going to call you. I'm going to message you later. I want to talk to you. So I think it's important. We have a belief. We believe. We don't believe in religion. That's a belief, right? We believe in our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, right? A lot of you hear that. You believe in. You have Mormons. You have all these incredible religious systems, and I call them incredible because there's energy behind them. People sit and pray. What is any different from praying to meditating? There is no difference. There is no difference. You're sitting in an altered state of mind, asking for guidance to come from on high, wherever it is around you, to bring you information and help support you in life and do healing. There's no difference between prayer and meditation. None at all. Right, Mary Beth? Religion can be a good thing. And for many, many people that may be beginning on their journey, or newer souls, or people that feel extremely lost. If you have somebody that feels extremely lost and they're looking for a path, boy, religion fills it, doesn't it? Because it gives them connection. I was Catholic, then straight up atheist, now very spiritual. I believe in many gods, and yes, Jesus, because they proof he walked the earth. It's science kind of for me in history. Absolutely. Jude, one of my most surprising encounters, and I know that and I'm not being delusional about this because there's a lot of people on here that have had the same encounter, is with Jesus. I mean, you could have knocked me over with a feather when I was meditating and in walks Jesus, and you're like, what? Now, here's the other thing that's so interesting. If Jesus had never walked this planet, Jesus would still be an aspect of spirituality. Why? Would you still be able to have a conversation with Jesus if he never walked the planet? If he never was a person that was an actual energy on this planet, would you still be able to have a conversation with Jesus? Say he was plucked and he was fiction, right? Would we still be able to communicate with him? That's a great question, right? If he never existed, would we still be able to communicate with him today, right now, if he was fictional? And it's an interesting thought, because you have so many people praying. But here's the thing. Exactly, Nancy. Exactly, Katrina. So many people have prayed to the Son of God, right? The Son of the Divine, that he would, just in essence, through all of the energy put towards him, have manifested. Isn't that amazing? That tells you how much depth and strength we have as humans. We have the power to bring something or a person to being. We really do, through thought. That accumulation of energy and thought. So even if he never ever walked the earth, if they made him up, threw him in there and said, let's make a good guy, we have to have the bad guys and we have to have the good guys, let's make a good guy. Is fiction truly fiction, or is it the info pulled from the collective consciousness? A great point, Heidi, right? So we have, but I'm just, that's just a devil's advocate kind of thing. I believe Jesus Christ walked this planet. I think he was an incredible healer and a prophet. And and a lot of us, many of us on here have had an encounter with him, and he's an amazing energy. So we know that can you imagine being somebody totally lost, drowning in drugs or drowning in their vice, and having an encounter because they took a moment to step back from their self and having an encounter. I don't know why we're talking about this. What the hell? Having an encounter with a spirit like that, right? Owana, good morning. So how profound would that be? How profound would that be for somebody that was totally lost? I think the difference between prayer and meditation for me is that meditation is more of a silence of the mind, tuning in, and that it is asking for things like prayer can be. You do both. That's great. And everybody does it differently, right? So it's perfect for you. He woke you up from a dream and was there to hug you. He is a truly amazing, saved my father from suicide. To hug him, that's amazing. So on the other side, there's so much work to do. We get there, and I know it sounds like, wait a minute. I thought earth was work. Don't confuse earth work, which is so hard, to the other side, that life between lives. Because if you're to step in through those gates, and if you're to walk in and into the loving arms of energies that are waiting for you, generally you're going to be greeted by your guides first, right? Your main guide is going to come forward and he's going to say, how can I help you? You've done a great job. It does not matter if you have done a job that you feel is insufficient on earth, right? If you have ended your journey on this planet early, there is no hell for that. There is only love and attaboy, but we're going to try harder next time and we're going to make it all work out. Don't worry, right? Greeted with love, no matter what kind of journey you had here. Now, I'm going to get it. I know I'm going to hear it. What about the serial killers? What about the murderers? What about the people that are bad, right? And they're greeted the same way, you guys. They're greeted the same way. They're still here learning. On the other side, there's this aspect of, why would you want to come back into a lifetime where you have that kind of evilness in your lifetime? Maybe you have been on the other side of the coin. Maybe you've been the victim. You need to know the you knew the suffering And think of it the other way. If you were the victim and you needed to figure that out, you have to know both sides of that coin, right? You can't have good without evil, dark without light. So you have to know both sides of that. That is why we come back and we have these energies in our life that, or in our earthly plane, that are less than sterling, right? Jack the Ripper. I've actually done a reading for somebody that they were a victim of a slasher that I'm only assuming was Jack the Ripper because it fit the time frame and the location. And the person, when I was giving the reading, they're like, why would that happen? Why would that happen to me? And it's generally because they've done something to harm somebody in another lifetime, to learn pain. This is all about lessons. Dana says the only way to learn lessons is to either be the perpetrator or the victim. We have all agreed to play each role. We agree to help others learn certain lessons. Absolutely. Hi, Bright. So on the other side, if you're walking through those gates and you're stepping in and your guides are like, ooh, slasher killer this life. Rough one. Rough one. What did you learn? Now, don't get me wrong here. There's a ton of healing to do from that, right? Because the human aspect is very difficult and the soul is tired. Soul's like, holy crap, I had to go through this to see the other side of this, and now I'm tired and I'm wounded. And there's a lot of healing that goes on the other side. So we're going to get past the healing here in a minute, and we're going to talk about how we go about selection. So many times when you have energies that have gone through something very traumatic like this, they're going to go to healing before they even go to their soul family, because they want to feel better, right? We want to have that even keel. So there's the aspect of healing that happens, whether you had a trying life or a positive life. You're going to go to the healing areas. And stay in your perfect environment, by the way. My guides are really adamant about that right now. They're like, you're going to go to your perfect environment for healing, not just some set up sterile white room. It's your perfect environment for healing. And as you come out of there, then you are reintroduced to your soul family. Now, there's the review and all of that. You're gonna see the review of, if you were a slasher killer, you're gonna go through the review of, this is what you did, and this is why you did it, and this is why you're learning from it. Okay. So when you do really horrible things, you're gonna see that replay. We are going to go through a life review. Is it designed to torture people? No. It's designed to say, oh my gosh, why do you think you did that? What did your soul need from that in this lifetime? And how do you move forward? And we are going to talk about the extraterrestrial aspects of this in a little bit. Okay. So, you've gotten past the healing session. You've done your life review. You have talked to guides, and you now are reunited with your soul family. Now, we actually talked about this last night. We sat and talked about this a little bit last night on Mediumship Monday about, I don't remember. Shoot. Squirrel. My guides are really pumping information right through the top of my head. My crown chakra itches, so I don't have bugs. My crown chakra itches. We were talking last night about, really, Lisa? Seriously. It was right there for just a second, and then it went away. Welcome to my life. Hold, please. Conference call. Shit. I don't remember. Okay. So we talked last night about how we go about moving forward. Monologuing, I'm hoping it'll pop in. When we step off from our healing area, we've done our life review, we've seen the things we've done, we know what we wanted to learn, then we start to go into selection or rest. Now, we don't have to reincarnate all the time right away. We do have some selection as a soul as to when we want to come back. It's not like, oh, recover and do another. It doesn't work like that. We have to process Our souls have to process this lifetime because we're working hard, right? We're working hard. Who feels like they're working hard? We've had moments where I just went, what the hell is going on here? I'm still monologuing. So as we start to move forward and we decide that it's time to come back, we've found love and light with our soul family again. We go through a process of what did we learn last time? What are we deficient upon? What do we need to move forward with? What kind of lessons do we need? It's like a huge checklist of what do we want to accomplish? We come here to accomplish stuff. We don't come here to just, keep coming back, so we have something to do. We don't want to come back too soon all the time. So, and there's some people that can decide whether they want to come back or not. And then there are other individuals that it's part of their journey. They're going to come back. It's just an amount of time. And their guides never tell them when to actually do this. Your guides never say, you have to come back now. Your guides will go, hey, you think maybe it's time to start thinking about the opportunities that are being laid in front of you on earth that you're missing? It may be time for you to return. Start thinking about it. There is no overlordy boss over there that says, come on, you're on the clock, get back. So when you decide you're ready to come back and you want to start working in that process, you actually gather together with a group of people that are on your soul group. Oh, I understand what we're talking. What I missed. Thank you. We were talking last night about percentages. There's no getting away from math. Damn it. On the other side, you get to look at your life that you want to take and do next and say, how much do I think I'm going to have to put into that lifetime? Is that a 40%er or is that a 60%er? Is that a lifetime that do I want to do 2 lifetimes at once? And that does happen because you might find that you have a short little lifetime that you just want to be able to be a closer guide to somebody, and you have a short little lifetime that you insert yourself into that maybe only required 15 or 20%, right? And then you have a life over here that's 60%, and then you're at 85%, and you still have 15% of your soul left over into the soul, life between lives. That little piece of your soul is the one that's communicating with people, that makes people feel supported, as a guide. When you pass loved ones, feel as if you have someone sitting right there. That's because we leave an aspect of ourselves in life between lives. We never fully, totally leave there until we're ready to move on. So how do we know if it's our first life or our 10th? Pam, that's a really great question. And most times I'm going to tell people to go to their Akashic halls, and everybody on the face of the planet can visit their halls. Everybody is able to access it. It's their energy. So go check out your Akashic halls and start checking into, how many. I count. I would count is what I would do. But a lot of times when you go, you're going to find that most people that are here right now, the people that are here right now have been here a lot. They're experienced. They're here because they know that's a shit show on this planet right now. They know that there's anger and issues and all of the things that we have going on. So I'm not going to say you're a 1 or a 10er at all. Nothing in between there. We're talking into everywhere from 60 past lives, which really is very few, into hundreds, and in some cases thousands. So you have to go back to work, Gina. So sorry. So then you run across people that can make the decision to come back or to stay. That is that older aspect of souls. That is that earth angel aspect of souls. They decide to come back when they feel as if it's the perfect time to come back and help lift other people up. So there are a wide range of individuals that come back. That's a lot of coming back. But really, if you think about it, it's not, Renee, because And this is where I'm going to blow a couple. You'll hear me say it, and I'm very consistent in this because my guides are very consistent in this. There's 5 levels of humanity under our feet. 5 levels. Let me say it again. 5 levels of humanity under our feet. Just because we don't know about it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. There have been 5 cataclysmic events that have ended humanity under our feet. We will not discover the archaeological evidence of them because if you look at how thick the Earth's crust is, we are well away from them, although some things pop up here and there. I don't believe that Göbekli Tepe was supposed to be found. That is the edge of another humanity, edge of another human lifespan on our planet. So if you consider how long we've been here having lifetimes, and we think very narrowly, right? Because our human brain says, this is what exists, this is what they tell us exists, then you can consider that it's easy for us to have thousands of past lives and thousands of lessons because of all of these 5 other existences. Now, I want you to think of these 5 other existences and think of the alien aspects that come with them. The further back you go, the closer to extraterrestrial you're going to get. Why do you think we're not supposed to find that? Because we have this earthly aspect. We're here to learn what we're supposed to be learning and not get confused with all of the energies that are out in the universe. They're like, we're not supposed to interfere. We're not supposed to interfere. When actually we're all star seeds. We're all star seeds. Every single one of us. I mean, and we're gorgeous, right? We're freaking beautiful. So let's go back to questions. I see questions about Akashic Records. You think you're driving everyone up there crazy. I'm always asking for their help. I'm just not sure who's helping me. I feel like it's your parents. So, Marie, you know that's their job. That's what how joyous to feel needed. Whether you're an angel or a past loved one, how joyous to feel needed and know that you have the connection. Never driving your guides crazy. Never. That's their job. They're happy to help all the time. Oh, let's see. I know I'm ancient. Just started reading my Akashic Records. Akashic Records are amazing. I've been there for sure. More than once. I can feel it. What are 2%ers? Those that are from the beginning. I heard of it, but I don't know what it really is. You do have individuals, Kelly, that so now if you look at the aspect of the beginning and just our area, right? And just our crust. If you're just looking at the area of beginning from where we sit right now. Hold on. I gotta stir this again. It gets nasty. Drinking breakfast. Hold on. Then there's a lot. Consider a higher resonating soul has lived through a couple different aspects of life on this planet where they went from very small-minded individuals and resonated up into the higher vibrating energies like Atlantis and things like that. So, and by the way, Atlantis is just on the cusp of that last crust as well, at the same time frame as Göbekli Tepe. Actually, a little bit before that. So you have these individuals, higher resonating individuals, and they come back to Earth again. They're like, let's recover and do another. Let's rebuild again. Let's bring this forward. And why? There's a very small percentage of souls that want to reincarnate into Afarensis, Artholopithecus afarensis. They don't want to be Lucy. They want to be higher developed Greeks and thinkers, right? So you're going to find that there's a smaller percentage of people that are souls that come in at those smaller minded moments of history where we aren't quite as developed yet. They wait until later on to come back because they already have experience. It feels like going back to kindergarten after you have your doctorate. So that's why there's that 2%ers. And you get those younger souls that come in and they're like, yay, the Renaissance, no, I want toilets. I want toilets. Plumbing. So that, you know, this is, that's why you have those 2%ers. Um, I missed something. Hold on. I've been trying for 2 years to get there. I can't, but I want to. I missed something. Let's see. So Stargate. Stargate. Don't get me started on Stargates. Don't get me started on Stargates. We should do a class on Stargates. I did get I'm Lemurian and Pleiadian. That happened 2 days ago. I channeled it. That's awesome. Then, of course, Lemurians and Pleiadians, right? A validation. They're the same thing. They were the founders of the Lemurian, and then, of course, off into the satellites of Atlantis, Mayan, Anasazi, Egyptian, a whole bunch of different lifetimes. Yes, beautiful, perfect beings of light. So let's go back to, there's a lot of messages and I'm behind. So can you tell us how we can delve into our Akashic Records? It is it's a meditation. It is an intention to bring yourself to a library, basically. It was, I love the Stargate series. We watched it religiously. It is an easy way to do it is to meditate to halls, like great big huge cathedral halls, and just sit within there and close your eyes and ask to be given images, and or hear things or see a book or notice handwriting. It really is about stepping into your own vibration to do that. I don't I do what's called spirit walking. So as I'm sitting here, I can step into somebody's halls and pull a book, or usually I'm shown, I don't pull books anymore. I'm usually shown a person that does that. That's how it worked. Papu Das, welcome. Okay, so let's see. So let's do the body selection. We'll talk about body selection, and then we're going to move on, and we'll do some Akashic past lives. Okay. So, and you can, and actually, if you're in the membership, you guys, we have the membership right now, the free 15-day trial of the membership. And that's all of our classes and stuff. There's a guided meditation through Archangel Metatron to take you to your Akashic halls. Like, he will walk you there. And it's shamanic journey. So it's very realistic, and it brings you through the whole process. And he's amazing. So when we decide what we're going to do, we have met with our soul family and we go, okay, this is the challenges I want to have. Maybe you were an athlete in this past life, and to feel the pain of not being so athletic and know the other side of that coin, you might be in a wheelchair in the next life. I mean, that's how it works, right? We're always trying to figure out other aspects of one energy. So you've picked your body, you've picked your parents, you've picked your brain. Now, the reason it's important that you know that you've picked your own brain is, that's funny, is because if you put one brain with a certain body, you're going to end up with a totally different energy, right? We are working in cooperation with our human brain. We are not our human brain. Our soul, that's why we have aspirations that we feel like we can't accomplish, because we have physical limitations. We have physical limitations put in place by ourselves on the other side. So say you are, your soul is really a dreamer. Your soul is like, I can accomplish everything. And don't think that we don't have this aspect to our souls, right? Where we have, I'm in charge of everything kind of thing. We might set a brain for ourselves that limits our mental capacity to keep our brain, our soul still striving to become better, My soul wants to do this. And as I'm talking, my brain just wants to, but we want to do this. It's very, very intricate. It's very intricate. And as we move forward, our brain expands a little bit. We become more aware of what we have going on in life, and our soul is pushing that. So we're pushing the limits of our physicality with our soul. That's why it's our meat suit, right? That's why it's our meat. And that's the only time it's appropriate to pick your nose. Right, Renee? Mm. So we decide to come back. We have decided, we've picked our body, we've picked our family. Why do we pick some of our family? Because they're challenging. Because they're challenging. Jude, maybe in another lifetime, you were the princess of Siberia, Siam or whatever, and you were given everything, and your parents were perfect, and you didn't have any challenges when it comes to relationships like that. We need those challenges to understand all aspects. We need those challenges to understand all aspects of our existence. Oh, you're fine, Renee. You're fine. So it sucks. Absolutely sucks. Mm-hmm. But you won't have to do it again. I picked my evil hissing sister. That Marie, that's interesting. Because my guides give me a reference of my own family, and they say, look at your sister. Now, my sister and I never used to get along when we were younger. We never got along. She followed me everywhere. And my mom was very much involved in that. She'd be like, your sister's leaving, go follow your sister, right? And would send her down the road with me to my friend's house. It was very difficult because it was just, and now we get along. So it's growth. It's growth. We have to look and see maybe why. What is her angle? But in the same respect, we don't have to get along with everybody either. Mm-hmm. Maybe in another life, you guys were very close, and you're like, let's find out what that feels like. Oh, it sucks. It just sucks. Okay, so let's do some Akashics. If everybody could share one time, that'd be great. I'm almost to the end of my coffee. Akashics. Mm-hmm. And it's cold. Oh well. It does happen. Hey, how's is Bill doing? Bill is good. She's asking about my father. Bill is good as far as I know. I talked to him a couple days ago. He's good. I'm going to get him online. I'm going to call him today and be like, hey, you want to get on and do a live one evening, and I'll have to practice with him so he knows how to do it. But we're going to do a live. I'm going to message him today and say, hey, you want to get online? I have nothing else to do this week. That's not true. But by the way, let's go down the rundown, you guys. Don't forget, if you guys want to try the membership and the free classes and if you guys want to try all the classes and stuff that we have like 55, 60 something. I don't know. I've never counted them. Classes. I know that there's 4 a month in the membership, 15 days free. And what do we have going on? I just released Anasazi Indian Sea Ancient Ones yesterday. Tonight is Nancy Bulliard in the membership. She's going to be live doing practice readings live on the group. So if you join for 15 days in the free membership, make sure you join the Facebook group so you know what else is going on and seeing people on the 9th is Ellie and myself doing mediumship. I haven't been very good at advertising that. On the 10th, releasing negative emotions. I was supposed to be home by then. Wait, did I? Oh, no, I recorded that. Did I record that? Yeah, I recorded that already. I have that. Look at me. Right? Okay. I already have that recorded. That meditation is already there. And then on the next Monday, we're doing CE5 activation with Ashtar. We are doing an energetic activation with the commander of the Galactic Fleet, Ashtar, on the 13th. And then on the 14th, we have Isis within the Intuitive Development Group doing practice. On the 15th, I'll be on SPTV. I think it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Then on the 16th, Tammy Ammett is having chat. And then we're talking about, and then we're done for there. I'm done. Nancy will be on at 7 p.m. Central. We have everything we try to do at 7 p.m. Central to keep a general time frame, a general time zone. We try. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see. Yeah, thank you, Pam. There's lots of classes. There are lots of classes. And so 8 p.m. Eastern, yes, 8 p.m. Eastern. And she did. I'm going to address that. Nancy said, "Do I have a past life I need to hear about today?" And we will do a past life for Nancy. But I love the way she put that in there. Twice in the last 2 days. That's why we're talking about Akashic today. Twice in the last 2 days, I've had people ask me for specific past lifetimes. And it's important to note that your guides will help you bring across the lifetime that is more helpful to you right now than anything else. Okay. I have people walking around the house here. It's driving me a little nuts. I just caught them out of the corner of my eye. So if you come in and you say, well, I want to know about 1852 and I want to know about what these shoes had to do with anything, I'm going to look at you like, what? I'm going to tell you the truth here, guys. What? I'm going to tell you what your guides want you to know and what your soul wants you to know. Right? That's what's important. So Nancy Bulliard, you're very easy, actually. You're very, very easy. Nancy Bulliard, I want to talk to you about. I want to talk to you. That looked a little insane, didn't it? It was. I keep hearing things over on the side, and as I'm starting to walk into her Akashic calls, I get a strong sense of pain on the side of my head, like a beat down, like I got a beat down. This is a indigenous it's an indigenous population. And I'll say it that way. I say it that way because my phone was ringing. I say it that way because when I first start to see these energies of an indigenous population, it could be anywhere in the world. It could be anywhere. And we, us in the Americas, we think of Native Americans, right? But I do feel like this is more in the line of Siberia. I get a lot of cold. I get a lot of searching for food. I get a lot of huddled together for warmth. A lot of taking things down, putting things back together. It's very nomadic. I pick up a lot of large animals and trinkets. There's trinkets involved. I don't understand. I get trinkets of bells or something along those lines that the people wore, like these ornamental types of things. And I don't even know when that is. I even get a piece of gold in the mouth, like a little piece of gold in the mouth. I'm not quite sure if it was something that they tried to fix because it feels painful. It feels painful. This is going to be a male past life. I was kind of on the fence about that because I was trying to differentiate between the facial features. But this is, I hear hunter. And so this person would have been the person out looking for food. I have to say that this person met an aggressive end. They met a very aggressive end. I pick up lots of fur. They were very cold. They lived in a very cold region. But this person was absolutely clubbed to death. They were clubbed on the right side of the head, left side of the head. On my side, it's on the left. And it was a deliberate act. It was a deliberate act. And I don't think it was so much for food or anything. I think it was for everything they had. Like, this person went in and like, I killed this person, now everything belongs to me. I don't know if that was part of their culture, but everything now belongs to me. And he was very, very, that's the person that killed him was very aggressive. Like it felt like an opposing population of people coming in. And for whatever reason, this is the strangest thing, the strangest information. I also get that this person that did this to this guy killed his dogs. Like the guy watched his dogs be killed, and it really was really, really hard for him, because it was a source of his dogs were a source of pride and a source of survival. So I don't feel like he passed away right away. I think he laid on the ground for a while, and it was definite a brain injury. I don't need all those details. And I feel like this was something that was it definitely happened um, as a commonplace kind of thing, only because I feel like he knew what happens next. Like he was laying there going, now I know they're going to go to my village. Now I know they're going to go there. They're going to head right there, and they're going to take over my village and take everything, including the women. Including the women. I knew this was including the women. But I have to say, the blow to the head was very precise, and it was totally meant to take him out in one thing. The injury that he sustained was head, neck, and he was alive for a little bit but he couldn't move. It's like they broke his neck or something along those lines. And then the actual, I think the final cause would have been, of course, the trauma, but also a degree of freezing as well to this guy. So this lifetime is really describing being stuck in one place, feeling powerless, and that soul fragment that goes with that is all about, I can't move forward. How do I move forward and not? I'm worried about other things, and the feeling of disability. I'm going to go with. I know what they're called. One second. Siberian. I'm going to go with Siberian nomadic is what I'm going with. I just keep seeing lots of snow and lots of Russia over in that way. That's the way I keep seeing it. And like large animals like reindeer and animals that would have sustained them through the winter. And she's like, wait, where's the fluffy ones? Where's the fluffy past life? Sorry. Sorry. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. I'm looking at the comments now. Yay, Mary Beth just joined. All right. Who are we working on? You've never heard of a very fluffy past life. There have been some really beautiful ones. Actually, of course, sometimes there's death involved, but some of them are really quite beautiful in the lessons that they learn and why they come across at that time, right? Let's see. I'm scrolling through to see, guys. Oh, who are we talking to? Hmm. Yeah, they are past lives. Okay, let's go with Julie Alexander. Are you here, Julie? Yeah, they're not. It's not. The reason I do these is because we can see correlations between one lifetime and another, right? And that's important to see where we've been, what we've done, how we've grown, and what we're still working on. I'm waiting to see if Julia Alexander is still here. Okay. She's still here. I have to figure out where that is. 1 second. What is that? 1 second. I'm trying to figure out the motions that go with it. They're giving me. Going indigenous today or what? So the motions that I'm getting. Hey, Deb Ferris, happy Tuesday. The motions that I am being given are a sound and a thump, and it is people drumming and dancing, and I know that this is kind of they're trying to let you know you've been around a while is what they're trying to do. They're giving a rhythm, and the rhythm means a lot to me because hi Tammy, because I'm picking up that there's a healing ceremony involved in this. So hold on. This is a tribe of males. Definitely, this is a male past life. There's Rachel Kalina. And this was a healer's past life. Okay. This is somebody that was involved in healing of the community. And the reason I say that is I keep getting this very primitive sounding beat, this very primitive sounding, huh. And it was each time they stepped forward and moved into the circle, like they would be walking around and they'd put one foot in and then, huh. And it's the weird, I'm just trying to get the context of what they're trying to give me here because they're giving me more visuals, less information quite right now. I know it's a healing thing, but every time they stepped in, they dropped that foot inside in the circle. It was designed to push energy into whoever they were working on. They very much lived within the whole, it takes a community to raise or heal people. The community was all, and they talk about the network of lives. They had an access to higher knowledge. Okay. I'm going to go with this. Okay. We're just going to go with this. All right. We're going to go to, gosh, I want to go to like South Africa. It's just a very, I see lots of colors. I see lots of energy, and the circle that they're going around, I actually pick up metal within the circle. I'm not quite sure what they're talking about. They're giving me like a ring on the ground that that they would walk around and like boom, and it was sending energy through, and it was an aspect of something to do with that metal. And they were calling upon energies to come help heal. So they had an awareness of outside of themselves, right? They were very polytheistic. They asked for many, many energies to come in and heal, but I almost feel like they might have been part of like a Dogon tribe or something along those lines, where they were related, they were intertwined, their religion with extraterrestrials like the Syrians. So everything they did was focused on, okay, this metal here in the ground helps vibrate something. They knew something extra. They knew something extra than just shamanic healing. Shamanic tradition will bring in the emotional and the energetic healing and the knowledge of how to heal here, but they were combining that with the energy of how to heal from extraterrestrial as well. So I think that this was more along the lines of Dogon, and if you don't know anything about the Dogon tribe, we actually have a series on a whole month that we did on extraterrestrials in the membership on Syria. It was extraterrestrial, but the Syrians are in there, and the Dogon tribe was very connected to the Syrians. And it's so interesting how the Dogons, the word dog transitions across the planet. You guys, the intricacy of that is amazing. But the Dogon, and they talk about the connection. The purpose behind this particular life they want you to know about is it's about restirring, bringing up that energetic healer within yourself again, not to just to heal for yourself, but to heal for others as well. I don't know what you do, Jennifer, but they're talking about stirring up some old memories, some old energy within your soul to be a caregiver, not like go work at a hospital or anything like that, but to help others realize their own potential, their own energy, and raise them up. It's because you have a healer's soul. It wouldn't be the first time. It's not the first time you've had a past lifetime where you're a healer. I know you've also had past lifetimes in indigenous populations in the United States. I'm going to go with Navajo on that. That looks very Navajo to me. I'm getting a dance that they're showing, and they're having they're using their I don't know if it's buckskin, I don't know what they're using to move energy. But the reason they're showing that Dogon is because South America has some of the oldest genetics on this planet. I mean, they are profoundly old when it comes to this layer of humanity, and they're also saying that your soul's been around a long time, and it has endured a lot of information. So, hi, Angel. So it's time to start cracking that open, that healer, psychic, and clairvoyant. It's time to start maybe learning a little bit more and allowing things to flow through. Watch for feathers. Watch for feathers is what they're saying. Watch for feathers. I don't know. It's time to start looking at that if you're not working in that already. The healer aspect of things is ready to crack open. Just waiting. That's awesome, Deb Ferris. That's awesome. I love that. I think some past lives can just be joyous. I love the feeling of that, and it's just beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay, guys. I'm gonna go. I've got to. Been on an hour. My 5-minute morning went into an hour again. I have some stuff to do around here, so I feel productive. Don't forget to catch Nancy tonight at 7 p.m. Central on the Late Bloomers, My Mystical Life membership. If you've joined and you are not in the private group, please let me know. I hope it helps, Julie. They're just trying to give you information, saying, hey, it's time. If you're 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, Nancy will be in the private group for the membership tonight doing private readings. Don't miss out. And then Friday, we have a releasing. Nope, that's not what it is. I didn't change what I wrote down. It's in the schedule. Shoot. Hold on. Let me look at the schedule. Because I didn't change it. I was going to do one thing and my guides said, nah, we're not doing that. Let's do something different. So we did something different. I just go with it. Go with the flow. What is tonight? The 10th. Releasing negative emotion. Did I change it? Yeah, I did. Okay. Releasing negative emotions will be the meditation for Friday, a guided meditation. I don't even remember doing it. I know I've done it though, because I had to wait between construction crews outside to make sure it happened. So it is already uploaded. I've got to go back and look and make sure that it's uploaded. Okay. But then we have lots of other stuff. We have activation with Ashtar next week. Everybody have a great afternoon. I'll talk to you later. If I don't see you later on this afternoon, which you might before Nancy, I don't want to I don't want to run over Nancy's time. She'll be on between 7 and 8 Central Standard Time. It's the 7th. I know. So everybody have a great day. Find love, light, joy, all that good stuff. Feel divine because you are. And if Sam were here, he'd say, may the light be with you always. And we will talk to you later. Bye, guys. Thank you.